Hey, we've all been there. We're in the groove, racing like demons, and then this happens. Pick yourself up, get back in your motion sim, and keep on driving. Hey, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Well, this is a big shout out and a big thanks to all who have been tuning into my channel. I really appreciate the support, guys. Thank you very much for that. For anyone who knows the doc, they know that I'm a sucker for historic sim racing. Anything that smells like fuel, anything where you're lying under it and there's oil dripping on you, that is heaven for the doctor. So you can imagine that I was like a kid in a lolly shop when I discovered this phenomenal mod, the F1 1967 Legends Racing mod. If you don't have this mod, guys, it'll be linked in the description, along with the Belgium 1966 historic Spa track here. I'll link that in the description. These two mods are a match made in heaven. Let's talk about this F1 1967 Legends Racing mod. Now, I've got off my simulator to come in and do this video, guys, and I was basically covered in sweat. That doesn't happen to me very often, so that just tells you how immersive and how engaged I became racing these cars, and that is because these cars, they handle terrifically. Now, you've got similar mods in rFactor and in Assetto Corsa, but these are just the next level, guys. It's very hard to explain. I just think they've absolutely nailed it in the telemetry with these cars. They handle so well. You're always right on the edge, but they're not stupidly slippery, but they're not stupidly grippy. You've got to race them really to understand what I'm talking about, and definitely being able to race these in a motion sim really takes them to that next level of immersion. Bit of a shameless plug there for my motion sim, but really, guys, it is next level racing these cars in a motion simulator. When you hop into Dr. ADHD motion sim, because it's actually like getting into the cockpit of one of these racing cars, suddenly you are there. Suddenly you are in the car. When you put your pedal to the metal and you lose the traction in the rear end in these cars, and you're racing at ridiculous speeds at close proximity to these other cars, it is just phenomenal. The feeling is just phenomenal. The levels of stress, your adrenaline is pumping. It's fantastic. Not since GP Legends have I really become so engrossed, so hooked, so addicted to something as far as a racing sim goes as what I have become now that I've found these cars. Now, the Doctor, he can be a little bit behind the eight ball, guys. I know this mod's probably been out for a long time, but I've only discovered this the last couple of weeks, and I have not been able to get off the sim. Racing this, trying to find all the classic tracks that you would race on, you know, the Croft circuits, the Brands Hatch, the Donington Parks, Isle of Man, Monaco's, the Zandvoorts, the list goes on, Silverstone. Unfortunately, they're not the actual retro classics with the signage and stuff. My hope is that one day this may be remedied by Studio 397. Who knows? I see the chat all the time on Reddit, on racing forums, people over and over asking where is the historic content for rFactor 2. I think Studio 397 have been a little bit shallow in only really catering for the GT3 crowd. Okay, now look, I know it's a young world, guys, and I'm an old bloke, and this is a bit of an old bloke rant, but at the same time, I know there's a lot of other old blokes who play these sims and would really appreciate more historic content, more historic tracks. We'd appreciate a Touring Car Legends 60s pack like the Hysterex mod that was done. All those sorts of cars with those tracks that go with that. And hey, Studio 397, it's us old blokes that have got the money. It's us old blokes that are more likely to actually buy that product than try and get it for free. So just think about that. You'd get a lot of folks that spend a lot of time on Assetto Corsa, because that's where all the mods are for all the historic content. Instantly, you'd get them coming to rFactor 2. Now, I'm no marketer or economist genius, but anyway, I'm just putting it out there, and that's the old person rant over, guys. Well, I can smell fuel, and I can envisage the sound of valve bounce. Let's race and see the Dr. ADHD motion sim in action. Hey, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and take it easy out there.